Sup nerds, I'm CuppaJoey and welcome to another episode of r/cursedcomments. Are you ready to cringe in your pants? I know I am. This is a sad representation of America. I'd like to see how they wear their seatbelts. Just wrap around your neck a couple of times. I refuse to believe that these two people are both called Karen. Okay. I do believe that people would wear masks like that as a way of showing, oh, you can force me, but I want to breathe, so I'm going to do this, and technically I'm obeying your rules kind of thing, you know. The American flag over, actually at first I thought that it was like a cape that she had draped over herself, but it seems to be just a hoodie, which, yeah, again, the patriotism is quite concerning in America. It's no longer patriotism, it's just nationalism, which, is a dark route to go down. But nevertheless, I don't think that they're both called Karen. I mean, that's just overkill. That has to be photoshopped. And yeah, with the whole just... I mean, either way, these two people are protecting themselves the way they should. But yeah, I genuinely thought that they had wrapped an American flag around themselves so that they could be like an anti-COVID nationalist hero or something, because, you see all sorts in these protests. Elephants' brains react to humans the same way that humans' brains react to puppies. They think we are cute. My life has had no greater joy than knowing elephants think I'm cute. Now imagine a puppy killing your entire family in order to sell your teeth as jewelry. What? Where did that come? What? Where the hell did that come from? I mean, normally with cursed comments, they have some kind of relation to the actual content. This is just, well, imagine this messed up situation, eh? God, what the hell? Oh, and I'm gonna be like a super killjoy here, and I'm just gonna let you all know that elephants don't think we're cute. That was a false statement. That was just one of those things that was going around for internet clout, that somebody said that it was a random scientist like investigated this stuff so that people could feel happy, like the Queen Poetico here, in thinking that elephants find us cute, but they don't. Well, they might do, but there's just been no research done on it, so sorry to ruin everyone's day. New Jersey, gay couple discovers they are in fact long-lost twins. Super Smash Bros. Oh no. I feel really bad. Okay, first of all, I have to say that sucks. Like, that sucks so much for them. That must be absolutely awful to make that discovery. But also, how the hell did they not know? I mean, they look exactly alike. It isn't just they happen to be twins, it's like, you look exactly the same, you're obviously identical twins. It makes me wonder, like, did they just, like, accidentally look in the mirror and think, oh, you're the most beautiful man in the world? Like, I mean, I like, this is a really unfortunate situation. Frickin' hilarious curse comment aside. There must be a certain level of, arrogance to just see somebody who looks exactly like yourself and be like, I'm in love. Seriously, this must really suck for them. That's just freaking awful. Female ferrets could die from not having sex. Looks like a job for me. No, don't screw the... Why are there so many... This is like a common thing in curse comments. It's either screwing an animal or screwing a family member. Like, it's just, there's one or two ways that they tend to go. Oh. I'm gonna end myself by 2020 if I don't have a GF. Don't tell me what to do. No, I was just fixing your spelling. Do it, love. Oh, I definitely discourage anyone from saying do it, because you never know what's going on with the person behind. That's really bad. But I get the vibes from this whole if I don't have a girlfriend that this was somebody maybe in a group chat that was just trying to, like, emotionally manipulate a girl into dating him. I don't think it worked out well. My cat fell asleep in my salad. Delicious, finally some good effing food. Oh no. Yeah, but again, this has the same comment that I have for the meat tent. That cat's gonna have poo in its bum. Do you want pooey salad? Do you want furry salad? You gotta, the cat's not been prepped properly for this. Oh no, Prince Philip, no. What's the matter, Smooth Skin? Never seen a ghoul before? He looks exactly how I pictured Mr. Burns would look like as a real person. Oh, he does. I had a teacher that looked exactly like Mr. Burns, and he was genuinely like the nicest teacher I've ever had. He was so soft-spoken and so sweet, and used to like genuinely giggle at things in the class because he would get so overly excited about it. Duke of Edinburgh is probably a little more aligned with Mr. Burns' personality. Excellent, Liz. What would you do if she unplugged your router in the middle of your game and smiled like this? I'll use the time to form a strong romantic relationship with her that will eventually lead to a marriage. When we eventually grow old together and we find ourselves in the hospital on life support, I'll bring up the time that she had unplugged my router. Then I'll unplug her life support and smile like that. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Seriously, like, I know that it was supposed to be like oh damn, I'd look at her and I would do this, but like, I think that would annoy anyone. I get annoyed with my partner if I get disturbed during Neopets. And I'm just... like, people are allowed to enjoy games outside of things, come on. Do not feed or molest the ducks. The do not molest sign isn't there for the duck's safety. It's for yours. For all that, what the hell happened here? This has to be like some kind of language barrier, because I know that molestar in Spanish is like to bother. I think that this means like don't feed or hassle the ducks. But oh god, just the idea that it only happens to the ducks, though, that there are loads of other animals. It's like, well, somebody just keeps going for Mr. Quacker. Never forget that SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs thought they killed a man and tried to hide the body. An example that the best TV shows meant for children are the educational ones. Oh, I love this episode. The best line I get is when Mr. Krabs is talking to the cops and then SpongeBob comes out and just goes, "The dark deed you requested is done, sir." I like it when kids' programs aren't all like smiles and sunshine and rainbows, though. I like things like this. I like SpongeBob, I like Adventure Time, and I love Courage the Cowardly Dog, Cow and Chicken, Ren and Stimpy, all of that. Ren and Stimpy was my favourite show growing up. It's probably why I'm the way I am now. Thanks, I hate the meat tent. Burn it while your friends sleep in it and you have a stuffed turkey. This is a terrible idea. You should never cook and burn your friends alive. You know why? Because they've still got all of the poo in their bum. You know that when they process meat, they get rid of all of, like, the poo. If you just, like, try and make a kind of a carnivorous baked Alaska with your friend, you're just going to end up with a friend with, probably singed denim jackets on them and a very pooey bum. Call me old-fashioned, I don't like to have pooey bums in my food, so let's just have the meat tent. Cam girls can barely keep up with quarantine demand. I can't just spend the whole month dildoing myself. Not with that attitude, you can't. That's what I was thinking. I mean, fair play to them for finding a way to make money during such a difficult time, I guess. Your child is being eaten by a camel. Do you A, save your child, or B, take a photo? I'd definitely take the photo. Presumably it would be easier to make another kid than it would to get another photo like this. Thanks from user likely not your mum. Probably not anyone's mum because you're just going through to kids. Oh god. Seriously though, if you saw like a freaking camel chomping down on your kid's head, why would you be like, Kodiak moment? Even the donkey's looking on like, Karen, help your child, Karen. Don't just stand there, Karen. Fred's gonna eat him. He's serious. He's a bad camel. He's done this before. Little boy invites entire kindergarten class to witness his adoption. I saw this on like a good news thing before, and how they were all like cheering and they had like little hearts in the background. This is like one of those good news stories that we need. This is absolutely adorable. If the kids of his class are orphaned too, then he is evil. No. No, come on, it's not like this could be you if you were as cute as me. Oh, why did you have to turn something so lovely into something terrible? Me throws away mouse because it's not working. Everyone else in the pet store. No. Well, if they've got snakes at the pet store, then two birds, one stone. I'm sorry, I'm just loving the Buzz Lightyear face. He's proper like, All of these beautiful women, and you want to shag the dog. I want to shag Wario. Are you saying that Wario isn't beautiful? Can you imagine if Wario was in the background? I mean, furries are always going to want to be with anthropomorphic characters, so this isn't anything new. It's kind of like how there's a certain amount of people, I mean normally furries, but there's a certain amount of people who said that their, sexual awakening was by Simba in the, in the Lion King, or Roxanne in the Goofy movie. Seriously, I thought Roxanne in the Goofy movie was kind of hot, and I think she's supposed to be a dog, so maybe? Quadruplets, a 1 in a 180 million story. A cow has apparently defied great odds and given birth to 4 calves that have been named Eeny, Meeny, Miny, and Moo. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Moo, who's next on my barbecue? Oh no, don't say that about the baby calves, they're so cute. Stop saying I wish and start saying I will. I will I wasn't broke. I will I had parents. I will I didn't F my sister. Oh, God. It always goes back to that. Like I said, it's either doing an animal or doing a family member. That's what the curse is, what it always goes down to. Can we talk about how stupid that first freaking tweet is, though? Like, stop saying I wish and start saying I will. That is like the classic kind of privileged motivational stuff that you see. Like the people that haven't had to work hard for a day in their life and have had everything handed to them on the plate. And they're like, hey, you just need to change your mindset, man. God, piss off. Players Ratchet and a mysterious new female Lombax from another dimension. Hashtag Ratchet PS5. Hashtag Rift Apart. You've got to release a name. It's too hard to find her on Rule 34 without an official name. Oh no. Surely female Lombax would do. I'm not familiar with this series of games, so I don't know if that would make sense to people or not. But it's not been released yet. Would there seriously be Rule 34 already? Do Rule 34 creators work that quickly? Fair play to the dude for being so blatant about this is why I want to tell me her name so I can look up pictures of what her coochie might look like. Teacher, remember to practice safe sex. My mind. Oh yeah, them some safes having sex. Oh yeah, unlock me daddy, ooh. Hey, you gotta practice that stuff. Remember, the teacher said to practice safe sex. If you keep drawing, you might just get it right. I'm just imagining the teacher now being left with like loads of drawings of safes having sex and just being like, I practiced as much as I could. I don't know why you made me do this. If you had the ability to instantly give any person an orgasm simply by pointing your hand at them like a finger gun and saying pew, how would you wield this power? Shoot my friends in class. Thanks, America, but what would you do with the power? Oh, oh, I feel bad for laughing, but oh my God. This sounds like a great power to have, though. Like, I would use it all the time. I would use it just, like, to make people leave me alone. Well, not leave me alone, but, like, Go away! Orgasm! No, but like if you're having a fight and like they're all squaring up going, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Dude, I'm gonna make you nut. What are you gonna do about it? 76-year-old woman was pecked to death by her pet rooster. Woman killed by cock would have been a better headline. Died being relentlessly pounded by cock. No! Oh, for God's sake, somebody died! Why relentlessly pounded? It just says pecked. Okay, but on a separate note, how did somebody die after being pecked to death? I mean, roosters are only a certain size and have a certain strength. I mean, I know that it was a 76-year-old woman, so potentially weak, and, you know, if it was a big, strong rooster, then yeah, but it's just such a weird thing to happen. It's not something I really understand. What two games, when combined, would make the best game ever? Monopoly and strip poker. Seems you can't afford my rent. Start stripping, B. Family game night just got twisted, lol. I'm sorry, stepsister, but you landed on my boardwalk with a hotel. No. I was just when it said family game night just got twisted, I was thinking, what about Twister and strip poker? Every time you slip, you take, oh god, take off an item of clothing. God, grandma, you keep slipping off with your bra. Oh no. Oh, I love family game night, dearie. Cucumbers are floppy without their skin. So are people. Really? I mean, I've never seen a flayed man outside of Game of Thrones, but I don't think they're floppy so much as, you know, just oozing. Also, it's probably a little bit overripe is the cucumber. I don't know about everyone else. I find that cucumbers tend to stay a little bit firm even with this off. I mean, obviously I keep the skin on, you know, I'm not a barbarian, but when they go off, they tend to turn into like this horrible poo. It's like a poo in plastics. If you could eat one food from any animated movie, what would it be? Mine is the eggs from Shrek. The sushi in Finding Nemo. Oh god. No, I don't think that these would be the fish that would make sushi. You gotta find some of the other side. Like Hank the octopus. He could make it into the sushi league. But in serious answer to the question, there were like two that always really interested me. One was those pastries from the Princess and the Frog, those little honey things that Tiana makes. Those look amazing. And also the Spirited Away bowl of like ramen that turned them into pigs. I would totally just chow down on that. I'm already a pig as it is. It wouldn't really make much difference to me if I had that spell on me. It's amazing. Also, the pizza from the Goofy movie, the way that the cheese just like attaches to it. And pretty much any pizza from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles always looked amazing as well. Like a proper greasy type, just like me. Have you ever shown your best friend your dog? If so, why? I often get dressed in front of my dog. Tips off hat. I looked at the dog, and he looked at me back. He eyed up my balls and my pubes and my crack. We stood in the bedroom, the silence was thick. I nodded politely. Yeah, this is my dong. I ruined the rhyme because I can't say that other D word on YouTube. This is a side rant. All of those like random poems that people like make up like this, you often see it like, I am cat, I wait for food, and it brings me good. Or something like that. It'll just be a situation, and then they like make up a little poem. I really don't like that. I've never found anything that I liked. This one is probably the best because it is genuinely funny, and it's just like, yeah, you know what, dog, I'm naked, deal with it. And you know what, who hasn't been naked in front of their pet? The pet doesn't care, you don't care, you just kind of wander by like, hello. You know. No, I hate my life because my dog hurts like nuts in a piston, which makes my nipples really hard. Thanks. This was a thread of comments on an anime website, so, you know, I mean, I'm not really expecting too much. I don't have very high standards when it comes to weebs. This is exactly the sort of crap I'd expect them to do. I freaking hate school. I wish I was homeschooled. Then in 2020, online school freaking sucks. I want old school back. I think online school is great because I can masturbate to my crush without me getting suspended like last time. I mean, it's a little bit tricky if you're homeschooling. They can't really suspend you. You just gotta stare your mum right in the eyes and keep going for it. Oh, God, no, I've become one of those cursed commenters now. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, he got hit by a frying pan. Okay, but if you got hit by a frying pan, why would it just make your eyes lower? I love these things. I love the anatomy of masks. Things like that not making sense. And normally, like, they show the eyes as being really far apart as well. I also like things where they look into, like, why he squints and the mask squints too. Spider-Man here be looking like Sid from Ice Age. I used to think BJs were when girls would literally blow on a guy's dong and inflate the balls. Oh, God. I'm not imagining the pop. I'm imagining the whole. It's like they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And this guy like, oh yeah, make him proper inflating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've made this even worse than it already was. Ukrainian airplane crashes in Iran, killing 176. Yahoo! You should choose your words more carefully. I don't know how Thanos says that line. I've not seen the film yet. Yahoo! Mario committed war crimes. Oh my God, Yahoo's a joke. Yahoo is just a freaking joke. I've never seen anybody talk about Yahoo in a positive sense. I don't think. What did they try to do? They tried to be like a place where people ask questions, which was, a little bit successful, but everything else is, oh God. And by the way, who the hell has Yahoo sending the notifications on their phone? You wouldn't see freaking weird stuff like this if you didn't think, you know what, I need to hear from Yahoo. From WikiHow, how to come up with good conversation topics. So I work at the city morgue, and man, does this job come with benefits. Oh no. I mean, that sheet does look like what they put over the body, so well done. But also, I love WikiHow pictures. I love how, if you look, he's clearly talking about sex, but he looks just so freaking bored about it, like, oh, sex, I guess. It reminded me of that bit in Monty Python's The Meaning of Life where there's a sex education class and like all of the kids are just like really freaking bored while this sex display is going on. Yeah, I guess we're just talking about sex. Rather it would be more like, so I work at a city morgue, I guess it's got this benefit, at least I can shag the corpses, although I'm dead inside. Well, that's it for this episode of r/curse comments. Were these comments really cursed, or were they just a little bit edgy? I'll let you tell me in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed hearing from this subreddit or would like to hear from any other subreddit, then let me know in the comments as well. And until then, I'll see you all next time.